Welcome back to Kiesel News, everybody. To start today off, we have a very exciting update on the Level 5 Vision, which is that there's going to be 2 new games announced. So, Ghostcraft is likely one of them. But that means that even if Ghostcraft isn't a new Yokai Watch game, there's still a chance that we get a new Yokai Watch game announced. And I swear to fucking God, if that actually happens, I'll be overjoyed. The franchise deserves to make a comeback so bad, and I am so excited for this fucking Vision, man. I'm so glad it's still happening. I mean, what else could the second title really be, right? I doubt Level 5 is working on that many new IPs at once, if Ghostcraft really is a new IP. Or who knows, maybe one of them is a Yokai Watch 4 English port, and the other one is Ghostcraft. That'd be absolutely ideal in my opinion, but we'll see. Todd Stashwick has been cast in the Vision series, and he's going to play an assassin trying to capture Vision. That's really the most interesting thing that sticks out about this to me, because this implies that the show could potentially be a little bit darker in nature if it follows Vision trying to escape from numerous people trying to recapture him. I could definitely see it being full of tension and whatnot. However, I have my doubts after Secret Invasion, because that was also marketed to be like a tense thriller type thing, and that it ended with the most like over-the-top CGI battle in the end, so the same thing could happen with this as well. As for Todd Stashwick being cast, he has a very huge filmography. I'll give him that. He's very diverse. He's in everything from Phineas and Ferb to fucking Hawaii Five-0 to he's to Star Trek Picard now. Like, holy shit. And he's also apparently a writer for Forspoken and a writer for the new Rise of Hydra Marvel game that's coming out. So that's interesting. Hopefully that doesn't mean that Rise of Hydra is going to be as badly written as Forspoken was, but that's beside the point. Overall, I think the Vision series has a chance to be alright, but with the original creator not being involved, as I covered before, I still have my skepticisms. Next up, we have an update on Armor Wars. Don Cheadle was recently asked about its status, and he simply replied, "What's Armor Wars?" Now, I know this sounds bad, the way that the quote frames it, but if you actually watch the clip of the interview where this came from, he says it in, like, a funny way. Like, he's like, "Oh, what's Armor Wars? Am I right?" Emphasis on, like, how there's been no news on it or nothing, but he didn't confirm that it was shelved. He actually just said, basically, that he can't say anything. So, I assume that means that it's still going on, and we're gonna get it eventually. I just wanted to say that in case this tweet ended up going around, and then people thought that it was canceled or something. It's not. And, it actually has the potential to be one of the best Marvel projects, because it's following a character that we've been following since the fucking first movie of the MCU. Amouranth's main channel has now been deleted, along with her personal account that didn't even have any content on it, aside from, like, literally fucking nothing. She was just subscribed to YouTube Premium, that was it. So, I thought it was weird that her ASMR channel got deleted for seemingly no reason, but now that a fucking personal account that had no possible way of having any content on it that was harmful got terminated, there's something up, man. There's totally something up. YouTube hasn't responded to anything that she has said or whatever, but I don't fucking know, man. Like, I don't like Amouranth, don't get me wrong, but she doesn't deserve to have her entire fucking channel deleted when you have literal pedophiles on the platform still. Like, I don't know. Like, what's the reasoning here? Like, okay, ASMR, maybe you're kind of pushing the boundaries a little bit sometimes. Like, maybe she went off the handle and did a few sexual references. But I think her main channel was fine. Was it not? So, yeah, I don't fucking know. If we actually get more information from YouTube, which we probably won't, because they never respond to anything, then I'll do an update. Roblox is going to allow people to make 100-player Battle Royale experiences now. Obviously, Dexter shows Fortnite in the picture, because that's what everyone thinks when they think of 100-player experiences, but this can be way more than anything Fortnite has to offer. I have to say, 100-player co-op on anything is just fucking insane. There's not a lot of games that offer that, especially games that aren't exclusively shooters. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of Roblox at all, but I do hope this means that the creators will be able to do a lot more, and hopefully we see some cool YouTube videos come out of this. As for Roblox also adding the communities, well, they already had them, but the only real difference is that they're becoming more official now. Like, Dexerto claims that it's going to be a Reddit-like platform inside of Roblox, but that's never how it was, and I read that they're not actually doing that much different with it, so yeah, I don't think much is really going to change regarding that. Thankfully, Andrew Garfield is shutting down rumors that he's going to be in Spider-Man 4, and I just hope this isn't a situation like what happened with No Way Home, where he was just covering his ass, because there's no reason for him to be in this movie. I don't even care if the movie does end up focusing on the multiverse again. We had our crossover movie. He doesn't need to keep appearing and taking the spotlight away from Tom Holland. I mean, they did it good in No Way Home. They all equally shared the spotlight. No one really took anything away from each other, but I feel that could happen if they do the same thing with the fourth movie. Also, if Spider-Man 4 is a multiverse movie, that'll be very disappointing. Like, yeah, of course, I want more projects that are in the MCU to actually focus on the multiverse in the multiverse saga, but not Spider-Man 4, man. They set it up to be super grounded, and almost in the same vein as, like, the classic 2000s movies, and that's how I want it to be, just a grounded, personal story. Alright, so you know I have to talk about the Nikocado situation, man. I'm sure you've heard about what has happened by now, but essentially, it turns out that Nikocado Avacado has been uploading videos that have been scheduled like 2 years in advance, and he's actually been losing weight during these 2 years. Yeah, if you see him in the video that he just posted, he's skinny now, so that appears to be true, but I, like many people, have my doubts that there has to be something weird going on, because he's appeared in collabs with channels like Oopaville during these past 2 years, where he was still as big as he usually is, and those couldn't have been filmed in advance due to them, you know, being with other creators. I doubt they would have been that involved in whatever this plan was of his. And the video just seems fucking weird to begin with. Like, I know you've probably heard everyone comment on how the video was very creepy, especially in the beginning, where he's like, "Oh, you fell for it, you fell for my trick." Like, dude, come on, man. And also, how does he, like, okay, well, let's just say that he did actually lose all of this, right? How does he plan to maintain it? Because he's still going to be posting all these mukbangs, and he's just going to end up gaining all of it back, right? So what's his point here? What's he trying to prove with all this? If he has actually lost it all, though, massive congratulations to him. I just hope that he's able to stay in a healthier range for a lot longer. Which, I mean, I don't know if that'll be possible if he keeps doing this stuff. Now, you know how Concord is dead, like fully dead? Well, it still has an episode in that secret level show that I mentioned. I know that there was a bit of debating between people on whether the episode was going to be canceled along with the game, but no, it looks like the episode is still going through, so I guarantee you more people will actually end up seeing the episode related to Concord than people who actually ended up playing the game to begin with. But I mean, I guess if the episode was already made, it makes sense why it's still going through, but there's so many different games that they could choose, so it's kind of disappointing that it's going to a game that isn't even going to get to benefit. Imagine people like the secret level episode so much that it inspires people to actually get Concord and like demand that they bring it back on store shelves and put it back on Steam and shit. That'd be hilarious. Ewan McGregor will be getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and yeah, I definitely think he is deserving of it. Not much to say here. I just don't know why he's only getting one now, when his breakout performances were back during 2005 with Revenge of the Sith. I think it just seems like a lot of actors are finally getting their dues now. I mean, it'd be different if the Hollywood Walk of Fame was kind of like a new thing, but it's not. People have been getting stars on there since 1960, so I definitely think this is long overdue. To end today off with the most crucial news, a Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored bacon is coming out. Now, I have to say, cereals expanding into other products is nowhere near as prevalent with any other cereal, as opposed to, I guess, Reese's Cups, if you count that one, but that's only because the cereal was already a spin-off of the existing product. Like, there's not a lot of cereals that get this many alternatives coming out. Like, could you imagine a fucking Wheaties bacon, a Cheerios bacon? Imagine that shit.